Welcome to Unsigned 518. I am here again, just like I was last week in the Jive Hive, doing a podcast while there's a production being set up around me, and I am here with Hailey Renee. How's it going?
I'm so good. How are you?
I'm fantastic. And, like I said, there is going to be a commotion around us. It's exciting, though. I feel like we're at on a TV set.
Yeah, it's cool.
So I want to go back and have you kind of tell the people the story of your music, kind of how you started, because everybody has that transition of going from listening to music to playing to writing. So I guess tell the story, kind of how you want to tell it.
Yeah, so music has been in my life for a really long time. I've always loved to sing. Even from like high school, I was in chorus. I loved that. But I actually only really started getting into making my own music last year, and I really didn't think it was like a possibility. I used to go to like open mic stuff all the time. The first instrument I learned how to play was the ukulele. So I used to go to open mics. I would play Riptide. Every time I'd play Riptide and I'd sing it, and I thought it was like the coolest thing ever. I was like a teenager. I just thought it was super cool. But I didn't really start to get serious about it until last year. I had very basic stuff. I got a MacBook, a Scarlett Studio setup, and I got like the trial version of Logic Pro. And at the time that I started making songs, I thought they were the best thing ever. And now when I listen to them, I'm like, these are awful. And I'm so glad that I took the time to like figure out what I was doing for some part, because if I put those out, I'd be so embarrassed.
But that's the best thing, or not the best thing about music, but like to just do it. It sounds fucking cliche and everything, but you have to just do it. And if you're not at least slightly embarrassed by the earlier stuff, then you're not doing things correctly. You know what I mean? Because you have to grow and you have to start out somewhere. So.
Yeah. And like for a long time too, like I don't really know notes on like the piano, but I can play what sounds good. So for a while it was just like playing stuff on a piano and making up lyrics to it and recording it, and that was it. And then I kind of started to get into like I got a MIDI keyboard and playing with different sounds and stuff. But it took a while to really find like my style too. Right. That took a while for sure. So I think like seeing the growth even from just a year is like super cool in itself.
And again, you have to like put it out there. You have to just, like not study. I don't want to say failures, because like earlier music, like going back and listening, it's not a failure, but you have to like study what you are. I don't know. It's hard to, but you get what I'm saying. Like you have to study your earlier stuff, because that's how you find your style. That's how you grow into, helps push you along.
Well,
like,
I didn't even know like the structure of a song. Like I didn't know there should be like a verse and a chorus. I was just doing random, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? This is
perfect. That's like how, like again, it's more about the tenacity to just be like, I got to get this shit out and then figure out how to piece it together and mold it later. You know what I mean? And I love that. Like, so the earlier stuff that you're talking about, none of that has been released, right?
No, and it never will see the light of day. I hope.
There won't be any like hidden Hailey Renee demo tapes that come out later.
Those will not be on there.
So the as you got into crafting stuff, like going from something simple leading up to like MIDI stuff and keyboards and writing your own stuff, when did you feel that I guess that plateau when you're like, I'm ready to release, because I know you have a couple singles out there that are great, by the way, but like,
thank you.
When did you make that switch?
So the first song I put out was Clueless, and I actually discovered that I am more of a singer-songwriter than I am with trying to make beats. I made Clueless with all loops. I'm going to be so honest. I used all loops for that. Because, it took time to figure out what I'm good at, and I realized I'm good at writing and singing stuff. I'm not a producer. I'm not a beat maker. It's just, I made that song all myself, and I am really proud of it. But even, like, the songs I'm doing now are so different from that, even that I'm, like, Clueless is, like, my first song, so, it's, like, my baby. But it's definitely like a switch in style even now from then. But that song, I think with that one, once I wrote the chorus, the hook of that song, I was like, it just felt like special to me. It felt right. And usually when I listen to my songs, I'm like, okay, shut this off. I don't want to hear it anymore. I hate it. I don't want to listen to my voice. I don't want to listen to what I wrote. It sounds cringy. Like, get it off. But that song, like, I couldn't stop listening to it. And I was like, if I like it this much, like, maybe other people will. Maybe this is the one. So I was like, let's just put it out and see what happens. I gotta put something out. So, you know.
Well, being your own toughest critic helps a lot, because it does give you that level of, well, shit, like this is good, put it out,
Yeah.
like even though your other stuff is probably good enough to put it, but you're too tough on it, I guess. Like, so when was Clueless released? How long ago are we talking?
April, like this past April.
Year.
So yeah.
So super. I love the being like an old dude. Like, I love the access to being able to be like, I want to do this, and you can literally do it yourself.
I know, that's like, people ask me all the time. They're like, how did you just like put out a song? Like, you can just do that? And I'm like, yeah,
yes,
like
you
could do it if you wanted to. It's crazy. Like, anybody could put out music. And I didn't know that either. Like, I thought it was like you had to be like famous, like a actual
like
signed, yeah.
And that's like the whole thing of my show is unsigned.
Yeah,
it's like no, it's a bunch of people that are like, oh no, I want to do that too, so I'm gonna.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
And I love that. And so it's only been since April, and you have is it 3 out now, or the third one's about to come out?
I have 3 out now. The next one is coming out October 11th.
Nice. And we'll hear that later in this episode, right?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. So I think we should hear a song. So which one do you want to play first?
Let's do Never Be Like You. That's my most recent release. This song, I got the whole piano beat. It's a very slow song. It's like, I always say it's the saddest song I've ever written. I've probably written sadder songs since this song, so now I'm kind of lying, but it's a really sad song. I write a lot of like heartfelt sad stuff because it comes easy to me. I always write my stuff based off of like how I'm truly feeling in the moment. Right. So my songs are very real in that sense. But I got that piano beat from like another producer, and I was sitting on it for a while. Like, I really wanted to write something to it, but I didn't know what. And one day I was just sitting there, I was listening to it, and it just kind of like came to me. I kind of wrote it about one of my last relationships, actually. And then I didn't actually finish it until my most recent breakup. So it kind of like all came together somehow. And it was kind of like giving myself closure that I didn't get from the relationship almost. So it's sad, but it helped me a lot with like moving forward. So that's kind of like what I want for other people when they listen to it.
Cool. Let's check out Never Be Like You, Hailey Renee, and then we'll be right back.
Wait a second. Did you really mean that? Told all your friends that you're not really into me. Only tell me that you love me, that I'm pretty, 'cause you know it's something I'd believe. Don't you tell me like you. I'll never wanna be like you, like you, like you. I'll never wanna be like you.
All right, that was Never Be Like You, Hailey Renee. And that is your most recent single, so you've got 3 out now.
Yeah.
And are you thinking about doing an album? Are you working on any more songs?
Yeah, I'm sitting on like 10 songs right now.
Oh, wow.
All of my free time is I'm constantly either rehearsing the songs that I have or I am making new songs constantly. But yeah, so album is in the works. I don't have a name for the album yet, but I'm really happy with the direction that it's going, because I feel like these songs that I've been making most recently are like the direction I've really been wanting to go with my music, so it feels like really good.
And when you say you have the 10 songs, are they just written? Are they recorded? Like, where are you at in the stage?
Yeah, so a good majority of them are nearly finished. I have demos recorded for all of them. That's kind of how I write. Like when I write songs, I'll find whatever I'm going to use for my track, whether it's something I made, something I found from somebody else. That's the first thing I do. And then it can be a few ways. I can either find the track that I really like, and then I can look through. I have like millions of song lyrics written in my phone because I can be like at work and all of a sudden I'm like, oh my God, this will sound so good in a song. Hold on, everybody. Let me stop doing my job so I can put this in my phone really quick.
We all do it. Oh my God.
So sometimes I can pull stuff from there and be like, oh, this would sound really good with this. Other times it's literally just I'm sitting there singing different lines into a mic and I'm like, okay, that sounds okay, but I don't really like it. Okay, that sounds like crap. Let me fucking delete that. And then other times it's like, okay, like this sounds really good. And I like to write it that way. I think it's fun to kind of, it's like top lining. You're just singing over it and trying out what works. And then you're also just really hearing it and seeing like, could this be a song? Because like for me, if it's not something that's going to stick in my head for like an extended period of time, if I can't stop thinking about it, okay, I have something good. If I'm like, okay, this is whatever, I'm not going to want to finish it because I know that if I'm not catching on to it, nobody else is going to.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the demo, by the way. It's like having something, even if it's just rudimentary, a drum loop and MIDI bass line or whatever, just like something tangible that you can listen to, or at least me personally, like that's what helps me decide, like you said, if it's going to stick or not. Because like I can hear something kind of in my head, but unless there's something tangible, it fucking goes away.
Yeah, right.
That's me anyway.
Yeah.
So you have 10 songs, working on an album.
Yes.
Like, and there's, I'm sure, at this point there's probably not like a release date or even a release window, but it's being worked on. Yeah.
I would like it to be like within the next few months. That would be great, but I'm just so like, I want everything to be perfect. It takes me forever to get like cover photos for like artwork because I literally do like everything myself. So I'm like propping up my phone to take a picture, which really is me taking like videos and then trying to take a screenshot from the video. And that for my most recent single, that's coming out on the 11th, that one, I think I literally spent like just 4 hours like putting on different things, angling the camera different ways, trying to set myself up in different ways just to get that one perfect screenshot for the artwork. Right. So there's a lot that like goes into it, and if there's like one little thing that I don't like about it, then I'm not going to use it. So it's like it's the same with my music. Like if there's one little word I don't like, or if, I don't like the way I sang that, I don't like the harmonies in this, I don't like the backing vocal, like I'll just redo the whole thing. So it takes so much time for me to like really get it to where I want it to be.
And like, so you're going true DIY with everything from the songwriting to the making of the music to the promotion machine to your own photographer, your own videographer. Like, I mean, I love that. Like, it's just the tenacity and the just do it, you know, like,
Yeah.
you know, I almost hate that expression just because of the fucking shoe company, but like, like it is just like, you know, like you said, you had friends that are like, what, you can just make songs and release them?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, you absolutely can.
Yeah.
Everybody can do it, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
I love that. Like, so do we want to hear the latest single that will, by the time this episode releases, will have come out? You know, it's not out yet, but
Right.
it will be out. So tell us a little bit about this one.
So this one is very different from Never Be Like You. It's called I'm Not Sorry. I wrote this song, so little backstory. I went through a really rough breakup at the beginning of the summer, like biggest heartbreak of my life. I'm going to be so real right now. I was with this person for almost 3 years, and it was a very unexpected breakup, like up and left me, didn't get much of an explanation. It's still really hard for me because I think I'll always have so much love for this person. But when I wrote this song, I'm Not Sorry, I was like in my phase of like, fuck this person. I'm so angry. I hate her. Like, I was just so upset and mad. And I made the song, and then I was like, I'm never going to put this out because this is like, I don't know. It's very sassy. It's very like, fuck you. And I was like, I don't know if I can put something like that out, you know? I sent it to like a bunch of my friends, and they were like, Hailey, you have to put this song out. You have to. I was like, I don't know. And then I sang it at my first live performance, and like everybody loved it. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna put it out. So it took me a while to like be okay with putting it out, but now it's become like my favorite song that I've ever made, because it's like, honestly, it's so me. It really is so me. And I think I was afraid of that. Like, I think I was really afraid of like just being like, yeah, this is me, and this is my song, and this is my attitude, and this is my, you know what I mean? But now I'm like really excited about it. So yeah.
All right, well, so let's check out I'm Not Sorry, Hailey Renee, and then we'll be right back to wrap it up.
I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry. Been a little while now, I think I'm fine. Over you now, had to take some time. Now you're calling me up 'cause you wanna rewind.
So that was I'm Not Sorry, Hailey Renee. And thank you so much, Hailey, for taking time out of your day to come and do this with me, and especially in the middle of the Hive when there's a production being set up.
Oh my gosh, no, thank you for having me. This is really cool. Like, I'm so happy to be here.
Yeah, it's a fun place. We really dig it here. But before we go, I just want to give you a chance, like I do with all my guests, to say what I refer to as your gratitudes. So, microphone is all yours.
I want to say thank you to my friends and family for supporting my music. And I'm super thankful for all my coworkers. My coworkers are like my little family. I love them so much. I'm really thankful for the Refrigerators, my dad's band, for letting me come up on stage with them all the time and sing. It's a great experience. And I'm super thankful for all the people that I've met along the way that have let me send them my songs. Kevin Brandow, Paul Zarvis, Michael Bruce, you guys are all awesome. Thank you so much for having me.
You're very welcome. All right, so she is Hailey Renee. I am Andy Scullin. This is Unsigned518, and I'll see you on the road. Unsigned518 is produced and hosted by me, Andy Scullin. New episodes are available every week wherever you stream podcasts. If you would like to help support the show, please like and subscribe wherever you are listening, or you could buy me a coffee at buymeacoffee.com/unsigned518. If you would like to advertise on the show, send me an email at unsigned518@gmail.com. And to be a guest on the show, reach out to me through Instagram at unsigned518. Take care of one another, and I'll see you next week.